Hello, and welcome to this very first video in which we'll be looking at blinding lights. You may have noticed that this isn't actually blinding lights itself, but it's really important for us to look at this because loads of the notes and the hand shapes that we'll be looking at in this scale apply directly to the piece. So if we can play this really well and we kind of know what's going on, then it will make learning blinding lights much easier. So, we'll be looking at the G minor natural scale, and I'm sure you guys have done quite a few scales already by now, so you know that it's a sequence of notes going up and step and then coming back down. This one's slightly different, so before we start playing, let's just have a look at a few kind of key moments and things to watch out for. So, when we're doing a scale, the first thing we should look at, something that's really important, is the key. So if we look here, we can see we've got these two flats here, which are B flat and E flat. And if, as you can see, I've actually put arrows over these, indicating like the flat, and these notes are really important. So, and actually the fingers, the things that we have to do with fingers change on each string. So before we start playing the piece, can we just play our B flat and E flat? So our B flat should be a low second finger on G. So maybe let's play open 1, 2 just to find our B flat. So let's do that together. 3, 4. Sorry if you didn't have your instrument ready, so let's try it again. I'm sure you're ready now. So we'll play open 1, 2 on G just to get the first few notes. And again, 3, 4. Okay, so now let's look at our E flat. So again, we'll do open 1, 2, but this time on the D string, the finger shape's a bit different because it's E flat. So we have low first finger. So the first finger should be right at the end of the fingerboard. And then again, it's a low second finger. But because our E flat's so far back, there's actually a gap between our 1 and our 2. Even though it's in the same place as it was on G string. So let me just play that for you. So really low as possible with the first finger. Let's try that together. 3, 4. Okay, and again, 3, 4. Okay, so the key thing with remembering with a scale is just remembering the different hand shapes on the two different strings. We've looked at a few of the second fingers and the first fingers. So now let's play the 4 notes that you can see here that we play on the G string. So like this. So remembering the low second finger. Let's try that together. 3, 4. And again, 3, 4. Okay, and so now let's do open 1, 2, 3 on D string. And this time remembering the low first finger on D that we did before. 3, 4. And again, 3, 4. Okay, so now let's put that all together. So we'll just do from just this first bar actually. So from our open G all the way up to third finger on D string, and just remembering the difference in hand shapes. And the key note is probably this low first finger on D string, the E flat. So let's try that. 3, 4. And again, 3, 4. Okay, really good, really good. And actually, with this scale, it's exactly the same coming down. So we'll just do the opposite of what we practiced. So let's play 3, 2, 1, open. So the 4 D string notes, exactly the same hand shape, remembering our E flat, the low first finger on D. 3, 4. Again, 3, 4. Great, and then 3, 2, 1, open on G. And this time remembering it's just the low second finger and a normal first finger. So make sure you don't play, and make sure it's a normal first finger when we get to the G string. 3, 4. And again, 3, 4. Okay, so now you may have guessed what we'll do is we'll put 3, 2, 1, open, and 3, 2, 1, open. So on the 2 strings coming down. So from here until the end. And just remembering we have low first finger on D and normal first finger on G. Okay, 3, 4. Again, 3, 4. Okay, so now let's put that scale together. So we'll go from the beginning all the way to the end, and we've said it a few times now, remembering normal first finger on G and low first finger on D. And make sure you remember that going up and coming back down as well. Okay, so the whole scale now, 3, 4. Great, and I'm sure you will have remembered from last time all the other scales you've done. Scales are a great opportunity to think about our sound, so make sure you're remembering all the important bowing things. So we're having a nice, we should probably be looking for a kind of forte sound with this, so it's really clear, strong sound. Great, one more time, we'll do this. The whole scale, 3, 4. Okay, and so just to kind of make it even better, what we can do is add some rhythms in, just so it means that sometimes we're playing some notes slightly faster, just so we get used to putting our fingers down a bit quicker. So the way to do this, to begin with, we'll just play a long, short rhythm. Let me just demonstrate. So long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, etc., etc. So let's try that. So long, short, long, short, long. Just like that, we're just trying it just to practice. So 3, 4, or. Excellent. And so now we'll do the opposite of that. So short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Okay, let's try that. 3, 4, or. Great, really good. And now let's just try one more, just for fun. Let's play long, short, 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 long, short, 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 like this. Let's just do that one, because if you can do that, then it means we can do the scale really nice and quickly. Make sure, again, we're still remembering our low first finger on G and low first finger on D. And yeah, really listening to the tuning and making sure everything's really, all the notes really clear and in tune. So the rhythm was long, short, 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 long, short, short, short. Let's try that. 3, 4. Okay, great. So I'm sure you can play all the notes really quickly now, actually. So let's try doing a scale at not a too fast tempo, but I know if you can play it at this speed, you'll be really confident with all our notes. So let's try. And yeah, that speed, and making sure we got a really good sound, and our intonation is just as good as if we were doing it slowly. So da dee dim dum. Let's try at that speed. 3, 4, or. Brilliant. That's great. So having done this, it means that we're already really familiar with our B flats and E flats. So that when we come to look at the first part of Blinding Lights in our next video, we'll be all set and ready to go with the notes. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.